It's okay. Hello na karibu sana to my YouTube channel manze, kama huja subscribe please consider subscribing because a lot more is coming. Niko maeneo fulani nikicheki, mimi ni mgeni leo, nimemtembelea Becky Akinyi. Amekuwa akinitafuta na mimi nikasema lazima ni come through tupige story because she has an inspiring story. Ningependa kuinspire somebody out there, little girls out there, wamama wenye wako na watoto pale nje, sana sana wasichana na vijana. Ningependa kuinspire watu pale nje because ako na story inspiring sana. Niliona ni vizuri tukuje tukae chini tuongelelee, to highlight a few issues, alafu tuende. Vipi msupa?
Poa.
Uko salama?
Niko salama.
You are funny. Msichana udema ametupea story wakati kuja, hata kabla tuakishizi kamera hatujaboeka. Uko fiti kabisa?
I'm good.
You know it's the US accent for me. Nimeona pale kwa comments.
No. Is it like that? Like no, I'm just addicted. Like I'm used to talking like that basically.
You come from the United States of Kisumu.
No. The United States of Migori. Yeah, because that's where I was raised.
Kamanda anasema ukae upright kidogo. Okay. Yes, that way. So, ningependa tuingie deep into story, but before that, I would like you to take your time, introduce yourself.
Okay, my name is Becky, as he has said, Becky Akinyi. I don't have to say my surname. Becky Akinyi Ayuago, but my YouTube is Becky Akinyi Ayuago, so is a surname there. Yeah, I'm a teenager or maybe upcoming grown-up woman.
You're a teenager?
Yeah, I'm a teenager.
How old are you?
I'm 25. I'm still a teenager, or I'm past it.
You're not.
It seems like I am, the way you're looking at me. But okay, I don't know. But according to me, I think I am. So I'm a TikToker. And also just that.
You are not a TikToker, you are a TikTok star. You should say that.
I am a TikTok star, just like he has said.
Isipokuwa your two accounts were banned, unfortunately.
So but this is the second one, but it's TikTok is like that. It get banned. If you create another one, you grow again. So it's nothing to stress about. Yeah.
Yeah. When I heard of you, you know, I've been a fan, but sikuwa nakujua in person. Mimi nilikuwa nakujua TikTok. Hata wakati niliona account yako I was like, I know you. So na kitu moja ili stand out sana ni kwa zile video zako. Kuna kitu iliandika sensitive pale, and I found it sensitive ukisema kwamba you are the most ugly person in the world. Why say that?
Because since I was a child, since I started growing up and knowing how to walk and how to talk and how to interact with other children, all I get from people is that you're ugly, you have a long face, okay, you're this and that. Okay, I know before I used to look, I have so many teeth and all of that. So people, according to Nyanza province where I grew up, people like to look people in different ways. Like if you're dark skin like I am, of course most Nyanza people are dark, but you're dark, you have a problem with your teeth, and you are this. So the compliments I get from different people, most of them are like, you're ugly, you're not beautiful. And it's not like it stopped. It kept on going on over and over again until today. If I do anything in social media, people be like, you're ugly, you're that. I'm like, okay, now I get addicted, I get used to it. And it's not like only in social media, it's also in real life. Someone will meet me in person and say, oh my God, why are you looking like that? You're looking like a man. So, and someone be like, your voice does not match your face. You don't look like that person that is talking in you. So you are two different people in one body. So that's why I kept on saying that, because they made me believe that. But people kept on saying, stop believing what people are saying. But it's like a song. Have heard of it over and over again.
So how does that affect you when people say, why do you look like that? why you are ugly.
It makes me feel bad. I feel like, oh my god, do I need to change something in my life? Because the problem I had was my teeth. I'm trying to fix them, and also what? Just the fact that I'm not educated, but nobody can know. I'm a class 6 dropout. Nobody can know. Yes, I'm a class 6 dropout. I never further my studies because of my childhood story and everything. Yeah.
Okay, let's change gears. Hey, kizungu leo nanipiga changa, but it's okay. We proceed regardless. So, I've seen your story before. I've seen you narrate your story ukisema kwamba you've experienced rape, not once, not twice, but severally. Maybe you highlight it briefly.
Yes, I have. When I was, my rape started when I was 7 years old. That one happened when I was living in the village with my stepbrother. Same dad, different mothers. I was 7, he was over 20s and above. So that's my first rape. And the second one was when I was 15. No, the second one when I was 9, my cousins. And they were big people. They were the same height as my brother. And then the third one was from a doctor. So then the more rape kept on coming over and over and over again. Yeah. So I'm shaking. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah, so that's I don't know how I can say the rape thing, but it's been tormenting me mentally because I kept on flashing back for the fact that we have young siblings, and I do not want any of them to experience what I did experience in the past for not enjoying my life and not being treated like every other child is supposed to be treated and be taken care of. So when I was raped by my brother, the first rape, my mom was there. She was living with us, but nobody told her. But according to a mother, if you have a child, you can sense danger. You can see something is wrong with them. But my mom did not see that. So I went through that rape over and over, and my brother raped me from 7 years till I turned 9. When my cousin came, my 2 cousins, when they came, they raped me when I was 9. They put me on the floor and asked me to take off my clothes, and they were flogging me. One of them was watching through the window. The other one was the one flogging me and putting stakes on my private part, and also doing all that stuff. Though they didn't do it many times, but they just did it that once, and they went back to where they came from. And then the other rape was when we moved from another area, and then I was raped by a doctor. That one led to pregnancy. Then I got pregnant, and then because I was a street kid, my mom was missing, so I was a chokora. Then so that's why that doctor got advantage of doing all that stuff. And then after getting pregnant, I went to live with some lady in their village, and then the brother raped me there. And then when I was still pregnant, and then they accused me of stealing some stuff, their bag, because I was tired of the way they are maltreating me. So I wanted to move. So I took a bag because I couldn't find mine. So I took a bag that was there, and I packed my clothes, and she started shouting that she started shouting that I am a thief. And in the village, when you, or in Nairobi or anywhere in any city, someone shout that you are a thief, of course you'll get beaten very badly. So people from that village came and beat me up like a thief, and they packed my clothes. They asked me to leave. And then I left. So I was crying. And then one woman picked me up, took me to her home, and took me in as her daughter. And again, he has sons. He was a second wife. That was a first wife. And this woman, our husband was working outside, but probably he came back. So, and then he has big sons. This whole is big sons or 4 sons. All of them could come to. I was sleeping in the kitchen. All of these sons, they will come to my where I sleep, one after the other, and sleep with me. Let's say the first one comes, he goes. The other one comes and he goes. The funny thing, all of them didn't know that they were doing this, including the dad.
The three of them.
The 4 sons plus the dad. No, yeah, plus the dad. The dad was an old man. So I went through the rape from a dad to sons. So and then when my mom one day my mom came back, and then she called. Then I went back to her. Then I started living with her again. And don't forget, I was still pregnant, and I didn't know at all that I was pregnant. And then after I went to live with my mom, my mom noticed, parents can notice when something changed in the child. But my mom started figuring out that I was looking different, but big, I was kind of big. So I started passing out all the time. So she took me to the hospital, and the doctor said that I was pregnant. The doctor didn't tell me. He told my mother. The doctor told my mom, and my mom did not tell me. And I was so dumb that I was 15 years. I didn't know anything. So after that, I just wanted to disappear. So I went to a friend of mine, a male friend. I went to his place. I told him that I have issues with mom, and he asked me to go back and apologize to my mother. I said, okay. Since I was having attitude, I said, okay, give me the transport. So I went and I started, after taking the transport, instead of going home, I went to Migori town. And I stayed in Migori town until the weather started changing. So I was like, oh my God, it's about to rain. And I can't imagine the rain falling on me. And also another woman, she saw me and said, are you waiting for someone? I'm like, not really. And she picked me up. So she took me to her home. But I think she knew that I was pregnant. And the husband did not welcome me. So the woman moved me to her friend's house, and the friend, I'm not gonna say about that one, but I just say the specific part. So the friend hit my stomach. I was 5 months pregnant, 4. She hit my stomach and killed the baby in my womb. And I stayed with that dead baby for some time without knowing anything. I just feeling the pain, too much pain, because after that hitting, I went back to that guy. And I started living with his grandmother. So they kept on giving me the dawas of vienyeji because they didn't know what was going on in my belly. I kept on saying I'm feeling pain. So they thought, washoso wanadhani umerogwa ama nini. So they started giving me hizo dawa za vienyeji, and then hizo dawa ndio zilifanya mtoto akae sana kwa tumbo. So I stayed with the dead baby in my womb almost a month. And then one day, this guy was a teacher, and he was saving some money. So he helped me out with the saving money he had. The baby was removed after some time. Yeah.
That's quite heartbreaking.
Yeah, it is, and very. Yeah, and I'm trying to hold myself so bad because most of the time when I'm here, I always overthink about things like that, and it's torture me. So yeah, it is.
You are 15. That's 10 years down the line. So what has been happening in between?
A lot of things. After that, my mom will fall in love with a guy, and then I started we started dating. Let's say that, and let me say that was my first boyfriend. You see, and then I was missing all that time. My mom didn't know where I was and all of that. Then one day we tried a number, and the number went through. So. And then she started saying, please, I'm sorry, come back home. So I went back home with the guy and introduced the guy. And my mom said, okay, there's no problem. The guy asked me to be his girlfriend. That can lead into wife. And then I said, okay, no problem. And then, but the fact that he started beating me up, I was very young. I started dating when I was now 18, I don't know. 18, 18, I'm not sure. And then he started beating me up, and I was too young for beatings. And we were all naive, all of us. Him and myself, he was done with his form 4, so we were both young. And then he started hitting me, and he was so insecure and all of that. And so for that reason, I wanted to leave. And then, parents, if you are there, you have to make sure that you give your girl, your daughter, enough attention. I told my mom this over and over and over. Mom, I want to quit. I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. My mom kept on pushing me because the guy kept on sending him her gifts. So she kept on pushing me into that marriage. But I was like, I am not here to stay. I don't want to stay. So I went back to my grandmother. I dropped out of school because of I got sick so bad. So I told my grandma, I want to go back to school. Can you talk to any of my uncles to take me back to school? My grandma started going around the village telling people how I have come back to my senses and I wanted to hold that. So I didn't like the say and how things were going. So nobody gave me any shoulder. Nobody listened to me. Nobody showed me that this is the way. As a young girl or as a child, nobody gave me that. So I told my mom about it, but my mom did not. My mom kept on listening to the guy, not me. That is a point that she hit me in front of that guy and his family members, and that was so embarrassing. For that reason, I went missing. I disappeared because I didn't want to. I didn't want to be pushed into marriage. But still, wherever I went to, I met a guy who was a doctor, and then the doctor took me in and cleaned me up. I was dirty because I was walking. I was trekking from my village town. I didn't know where I was going, which I got raped on the roadside when I was walking to where I don't know where I was going to. And then I took advantage of because of my condition. And then the following day I continued the journey. And then when I got to that small town, I was stinking. I was feeling like I'm stinking. I'm a lady. And then that doctor who saw me, picked me up. He was a very young one. And I went to his house. He cleaned me, got me new clothes, treated me with so much respect. I appreciate that. Because the first day, I never touched me, but we slept together. But again, he asked me for so many questions. Where are you going? I wanted to die. I want to go to heaven. So they say people that go to heaven go straight, but you wanna walk, and because I don't know the way to heaven, so I wanna be walking. Say, well, this is heaven now. So he took me and he started taking care of me, and he asked me to be his girlfriend. And I say, I think this is a reasonable guy than the guy that my mom was pushing me to. So I will stay. So I stayed, and I don't know what's wrong with our men that they like beating women. I don't know. I don't know who gave them that audacity. So he started also. No, number one, I'm sorry to say, but I said it again to someone that he was not performing well as a man, and also he was beating me up all the time.
So he is beating you and he's not performing.
He's not performing well. So that's so funny. So I'm like, really?
So why is he beating you?
Because of he was a cheat. Sometimes I'm in the living room, I'm cooking. No, I'm in the kitchen, I'm cooking. He will be in the bedroom singing for another woman. To make it worse, an older woman than me, with kids. So I'm like, is there something you're not getting from me? And when I give you to perform your duty, you don't. You just start, men, when you start having, making love to your lover, there is this first round, you just do the thing very fast and you sleep, right? And then you expect to do it again. He don't do that. He just once and he's done till the next day. And tomorrow we wake up. This morning glory that men give to their women, he does not give it. We just wake up in the morning and go to work. And then he will come back from work and start shouting, making noise. Why are you late? I used to work in M-Pesa. Why are you late from work and all of that? And he does. When I touch his phone, he fight. He beat me up. And I'm like, the thing I'm running away from is beating. Because all my life I've been tormented. I've been beaten. I used to when I was young, when my brother started raping me, I used to pee in bed. You know, a child pee, right? So my brother used to beat me up so badly. And also, he will rape me and tell me this. You know, tomorrow when you pee, I'm not going to beat you up. So he will be beating me every single day. I went through beating. So I was running away from beating from any man ever, never touch me again. So, and the doctor continued beating me up. And it was not romantic. He's not even performing his duties very well. And he's also stingy. So I quit. Yeah. Yeah.
Fast forward tukuja hadi leo sasa.
Hadi leo. So, yeah, then after that, I was so stressed because I wanted to go missing again. But I told him, I if you don't love me, just tell me you don't.
You have some beautiful nails.
Oh, I do. Thank you, appreciate it. So I told him, if you don't love me anymore, just let me go. You know, so you can have someone that you love. Maybe you love old women. I don't know. So he kept on saying, okay, you can go if you want to. Then I said, okay, cool, I'm going. Then I left. Then he told me, leave the clothes that I bought for you. I'm like, okay, you can have them. And then after that, I moved and I saw him in a small center because I was also coming to Kisumu. I talked to one of his girls through his phone. I stole the number there and I told her, yo, where are you from? And she says she's in Kisumu. I say, oh, can I come and live with you? And she asked me who I am. I say, I'm Mrs. the guy, the owner of this number. So I didn't want to go into so much details on that. So she was a cool girl. So she agreed. And I went to her house and I lived with her. But before that, I saw this doctor with another lady on the roadside. The same day we broke up. So I texted him, hey, yo, I can see you're enjoying life. God has blessed you. So that's the girl that you think is better than me. And he said, what do you mean? So I didn't care. So and then I moved. And then I started living in Kisumu again. I started working as a house girl in Kisumu. I was being paid $60. That's 6,000, yes, per month. And always my dream is to help my family out and take them out from the mud. So everything I do with my life is about my siblings because I don't want any of my siblings to go through what I went through. I believe what I went through in the past is because of poverty. And the fact that my mother was not giving me any shoulder. And again, the fact that my dad is late. So I didn't have any parental training, I didn't have it. So I don't want my siblings to go what I went through. So I started working as a house girl in Kisumu, and I got some little money, and my boss moved from where we lived. Then I went back to the village, and then I said I am not going to sit in the village. I want to keep moving. Then I tried to connect with someone in Nairobi. First, men made me lie. Nobody loved me. Even the doctor that was dating me, he was dating me, but he was never proud to be my partner. So when I started, I started lying to men that I am in school. I went to live with a friend of mine in University of Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, and I started lying to people that I'm one of the students because of how men used to treat me. I'm like, maybe because I'm not educated or something. So I used to lie about that. Then I came to realize, like, sitting here and being taken care of with another lady doesn't make sense. So I asked her to let me find another job from somewhere. And then she asked me, what job do you want to do? I said anything. So she connected me with her sister here in Nairobi. And then I moved. And that was my first time coming to Nairobi. And then I came and I started, I went for training. I don't know if you have heard of it, Ajiridada Initiative Project. It's a training of house girl where you go and you get trained for a month, and then you graduate, you get the certificates, and then you go home. But they have your details. So when the clients that want, they can take you to Saudi Arabia or to big houses and big hotels to work. So I went for that. And then after the training, when I was coming back after graduation, I couldn't find the lady. So she told me just find somewhere to go to. And I didn't have anywhere to go to. So some woman picked me up and I went with her in Kibra. I lived with that woman in Kibra. Kibra, she was a Kikuyu. I love Kikuyu women for being nice. So I lived with her, and I have a stomach problem because of the baby thing, and I was never cleaned, and they've never done anything, like they've not checked me very well. So I was going through much pain, or through the pain like all the time. So the woman treated me like her daughter though, but I kept on insisting that I still need a job. I don't care the condition I am in, but I still need the job. So she helped me find another house girl again, and then another job for house girl. Again, it was 6,000, and then I went and I started working, and I get paid before I finish my month. I started getting sick again. My boss actually was nice again. She was also cute. She was very nice. I got sick, and then she took me to the hospital. Then the doctor said that I needed operation, so I could not continue. So she hired another woman to work and to nurse me with her children. So that's how nice she was. And then after that, of course, when you're doing operation, your parents have to be there to sign. So I had to come back to the village for my mom to take me to the hospital, another hospital, so she can be there, she can sign to the closer hospital. So I went home, but still, my mother did not give me that, just a small attention to take me, to go with me, because this boss was ready to pay for it. The only thing she was supposed to do was to go with me. Just go with the patient and attend. She couldn't create that time for me. So that's how I lose that chance, and I didn't go for it. I kept on taking drugs, painkillers, for the pain to go away every single day, and it kept on going down, 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 down. Though I still have a problem with my stomach until today, but not as worse as before. Then the pain stopped. I lived there a lot, again and again, with my mom in the village. We were living in a box house. You know box house? Hizo nyumba za mabati. So unajua nyumba za mabati mtu anaweza kata tu na makasi anaingia, si ndio? So we used to live there with mom and everybody, and we were sleeping on the floor with mom on the floor, like just with the mattress 4x6, and all of our siblings. So you know how hectic that can be. And my mom was a fish businesswoman. She just do fish for other people, and she get commission, not hers. Then I was like, I always look at her and go to the bush and cry. I'm like, God, I know I am not, my level of education is not high, but I just want to change my family life. I have experienced these lives enough, and I don't want to be there anymore. So I asked again, as a friend of mine, I wanted to go back to Nairobi. A guy that I lied to that I'm in university. I told him, nimedifa. We need the money and I can't afford to pay school fee. So that's why I'm home. So he said, and I asked him, I want to go to Nairobi to get a job. Do you know any person in Nairobi I can go and live with? He said, okay, I'll connect you with my brother's wife. And then I went to his bride in Uruma. I started living in Uruma with a lady, with his sister-in-law. Right, and I lived there with her. She was working in a hotel. His hotel is a vibanda. Then I said, you can get me one too. I want to go work. And I started working. His hotel is a vibanda. Just like that. And I got a job. I got a job in Yaya. You know, Yaya is just next to me here. I got a job in Yaya for a house girl. And I started working as a house girl. I was being paid 10,000. And then I worked there, but I have asthma. So asthma stopped me from working after 2 months. Then I moved. Then I went back to her. Then she got me the job za hoteli. But I always say, job za hoteli na house girl, hoteli ni worst. Because you go there very early in the morning, you touch water from morning to evening. So I used to pass out, and the ambulance used to come there every time. Yes. So, but I didn't want to stop, because nobody was going to take care of me because I'm ugly and I don't have a boyfriend, and nobody going to look my way. You know, if you are beautiful, somebody's going to be like, you're too pretty to suffer. But I wasn't. So, and then Yeah, over and over. Don't forget about their jury that they have my number. And then one day, one teacher called me and asked me, Becky, where are you? I said, I'm in place like this. Actually, there was this old man that wanted to date me and he just wanted to enjoy me because he looked like he was thinking that he's a big man. Yeah, so I was like, no, I'm not falling to that temptation again. So, and one of the teacher gave me a call and asked me if I have a job, and I said no, I don't. So he asked me, what job can you do? Anything. I said okay. He connected me with the lady in Utawala, and she employed me as a computer work and all of that, and I started working. It's kind of like entertaining, man. I don't know how to say it, but that's how the job's called. Kind of like entertaining man job, and they pay for it. Like in the computer, they get to see you, just to see you, and get entertained. Yes.
So, like you have a site or something.
Somehow.
How is that possible?
Well, I don't want to go into it so much though, but it works very well for someone like me because I ask myself this question. Number one, I am a class 6 dropout. Is there anywhere in Kenya that class 6 people are allowed to employ a job? There is no. Is there? There is nowhere in Kenya. If you're a class 6 dropout, you need a job. Do you have papers? No. I just have my ID. Where are you going to get the job? If the job that you can get, it can only pays you like, if so much, it's 10,000 for my education level because I don't have the papers. And that one, and maybe his hotel is a vibanda. But the job I do pays me very well and make me take care of my family that I dream to take care of. Yes. So, well, planning to quit it. I wish I'm gonna quit it next year probably. So, but for now, and for other days gone, I've been doing it, and it's been paying bills for me and for mom and for siblings in school. Yeah, I have two siblings in high school.
Okay. So the job that you do, the job that pays your bill is to entertain people
Yeah.
through the computer.
Yes, exactly.
And you're planning to quit. Why?
Because I don't enjoy it anymore. It frustrates me. Because even in there is people that are just so bitter with life. And someone is just like coming here to tell you how ugly you are. I just want to stay away from social media sometimes because it's of the.
You've said it pays you well. How much does it pay you? How much do you earn?
That's my secret. That's my secret.
$10,000.
What do you mean? No, not 10,000. Like, no, probably not $10,000. Jesus, it's like before nowadays. So many people are in there. Before I could make 300,000 Kenyan shillings. That is $3,000.
So kuna watu wanaifanya wengi.
Yeah, around the world, in USA, in Germany, so many white people, black Americans, white people, many people.
Even men.
Yes, even men.
I've never heard of that.
yeah. You hear it from me.
So, I've heard you talk about your mom who, quote unquote, maybe neglected you or something. I would like to know, do you kind of feel she's the one who contributed to all this stuff you've gone through?
It's not like she contributed. I love my mother. I love my mother so much. But every woman, even me, if I get to be a mother one day, I will never neglect my children or any of son or daughter. I will never stop giving them attention. My mother never gave me attention. She was never there for me. She never stood by me. In my family home, nobody Not even one single person gave me any shoulder to lean on. Look, I'm that one person that cannot talk where people are talking. Even in that, there is no man that can stop me on the roadside and say, "Hi, what's your name? Can I have your number?" No. No, 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 no. What am I going to do with the class 6 dropout? How will people see me? Uh, she look at her. She's poor again, and my mom did not give me attention. That's why I went through rapes over and over again, and that she left, and I became homeless, and people took advantage of my innocence, and my brother took an innocent of me since in at home where we live, my mother and everybody, and she didn't give me attention and figure out something is going on with my child. She did not give me that, but that does not stop me from loving her. Yeah.
Where's the brother?
In school, is going to sit for his form 4. Yeah. And I have a sister that is a form 2 now. Yeah, yeah.
And they're all depending on you.
No, yeah, because let me say that, but they live with mom. So if you say they depend on me, it seems like I live with them. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and I have a younger sibling. My younger sibling is 2 years. Yeah, so there's one for 5, and the other one is 2 years. Yeah.
Maybe you can 1 minute talk to young ladies out there, young mothers in general. Like talk to, how do you call it? The wanatangwaje, kuna jina natafuta sipati.
Youths? You mean youths? What I can tell mothers, no matter young or big or old, if you have a baby girl, you have to give that child attention, enough attention. Give her ear, give her everything she needs. I know we won't be able to afford everything women need. Wasichana tunataka mingi. We want a lot of things. I want to have an iPhone. I want to make my hair. And of course, my mom is not going to give me that. But at least the most important thing you can give your daughter is attention. Mom, I'm going through this and that. Or sometimes you don't need her to tell you. You can look at her and figure out something is wrong with her. So give your child a shoulder to lean on. And to the young girls, I know there's so many people that are going through the same thing I went through, and they have a very ugly experience than mine. And I just wanted to tell you, yeah, you're gonna get out of there. Because just like I say, I don't know last when I had sex with a man. It's been a long time. Let me say that. So because of the thing that I went through. So women, the only thing I can tell women is give your child attention. It's not about female, but most ni wasichana. Pea msichana wako attention, enough attention that she deserves. And also our male children, we can give them, because of no attention, unajua wanaume wadogo wanaanza kuwa thieves. Because they don't get home training and their parents don't give them attention and give them all the things that they deserve. We don't have to give them all the money and all fancy clothes and all of that, but at least attention is the most important part. Attention and the ear to listen to, and to you know, and the shoulder to lean on. Mom, let your daughter be so comfortable with you. Let your children be very comfortable with you. Don't be like my mom. And don't make it look like my mom is bad, but let's not treat our children the way that happened. My part happened. And to the girl that hustling, I just want to tell people education is not everything. As long as you're smart and you know you have your dreams are bright, you know, you can just see your future without being told whether educated or not. And to men, stop looking down on women. Not all educated ladies are beautiful. I don't think love lies because of beauty or something. I think it's a heart, according to me. Maybe because someone may say because I've not found one. But it's to young men. I think we should treat people equal with so much respect. We should treat women with so much respect. Before you take advantage of a woman, you have to picture, this could be my sister, my blood sister. This could be, I know we rape our sisters right here, down here, out here, I mean. this could be my mother. Let's say mother, because we prefer mothers more than anyone, right? This could be my mother. Why would I rape her? This could be someone's mother. Before you do something evil or ugly thing to anybody or to someone's daughter, at least picture, put yourself in her shoes, and imagine that was you or someone or your family member or something. And we stop judging people, because judging people make people commit suicide and make people overthink and become depressed and all of that. I swear I have heard enough. I have I'm sorry, I'm feeling so weak right
You're
now.
gonna be okay. Maybe your final remarks as we wind up.
Sorry, I just want to thank you for coming. And I want to tell you, I really, really, really tried to gather so much energy to do this because of things that I've been going through for some time now. And please learn from this. Just treat women equal, with respect, with love, and let's be one union. Like I say, I love Kikuyu women nawapenda because of the love and the affection. So there is nothing much I can say, and I'm feeling so weak.
There's something that I saw online. You talking about it was on TikTok. You saying that you might die soon or something, but that's not gonna happen. We're not gonna talk about that. Thank you so much for your time. See, it's not easy for someone to come out to tell story kama hiyo. It's kind of emotional. It's kind of breaking, but everything will be okay.
Hopefully.
Wanasema with God everything is possible. Yeah, right?
That is before. That is before. Before I used to believe that with God everything is gonna be okay, and I'm gonna be this and that, and I was picturing myself this and that, and I didn't. My dream is to build a very big, beautiful house for my mother and my siblings, but I'm not getting there. So I'm like, really, God, how long is it gonna take? Because I'm getting tired of what I do for a living. So sometimes you just want to stay indoors, close yourself down, and in the cry. So
It's okay. Thank you so much guys for watching. Remember to tune in next time. Bye bye.